What I sewed was super easy, relaxing, and the perfect project to ease back into sewing over here, my new space after a rough 48 hours of travel. I have already sewn and I'm just so happy because I love sewing, and whenever I get to do it, it's just amazing. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing. And if you're a little bit shocked, check it out. I'm back home, I'm back in Brazil. I have made it safely from the UK. Check out the previous vlog if you've missed out, where I share all the last days in England, including London, Cambridge, cows, gym, packing, flight, all the things. So Curly Hair Karina is back, and I'm here to share a really easy make that I've just sewn. Best project to ease into all of this again. And this is called Cuppa Cardigan from Pattern Emporium. This was a pattern that was released in 2022. I wasn't able to sew it when the pattern was released because I was not home. I was traveling, so that was annoying because I really like the style. And check out the line out here. It's super relaxed. It's meant to be oversized. There's a lot of nice ease, and it can be cropped sort of a little below the waist at the mid hip or long line. It's got a sort of deepish V neckline, optional buttons down the front with bands, cuffs in here, drop shoulders, and the sleeves gather into the cuff there. You can add patch pockets if you want. The patch pockets will only work with the regular length and the long length. The cropped version is just way too short. You're going to end up with pockets up here. So yeah, just take that into account. The Cuppa Cardigan is 50% off through Saturday noon, but in Australia. Over here in this area of the world, that ends up being around Friday night if you're in the Americas area. Super nice value here, lots of options for you to choose from. Just a great wearable style. You make it look so different with your fabric choice. I'm going to leave you my affiliate link in the description box and at the top of the comment section. Easy to find. If you click on it, it'll take you directly there. I will receive a small commission back from Kate. You don't pay anything extra to use my affiliate link, but you do support what I do here, making all this great content about sewing that's practical and that doesn't cost you anything to enjoy here. One way that I make an income doing this. So if you support me that way, I'm super grateful. And this is designed for knit fabrics, medium to heavyweight knit fabrics, French terry, sweatshirting, sweater knits, stretch velvet, ponte, Liverpool. If you wanted this as a lighter layer for more in between weather, spring, autumn, summer-ish, you could use rayon spandex, modal spandex, bamboo spandex. In that case, it will feel oversized. It will look longer than the original because these fabrics have so much vertical stretch. Not my jam. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not saying you can't do it. It's just not my favorite type of fabric. You could also use double brush poly as well. And then I'm going to do a sneaky woven version. So it's not supposed to be made in woven, but even Kate, the designer and owner of Pattern Emporium, has done herself one in a woven just to test it out. I believe she used a wool flannel for hers. She even posted it on her YouTube channel, and I remember seeing that, and I always had it in my mind, mine's going to be woven. Now, why can you do a woven with this style and not with others? It's basically because there is positive ease and it's meant to be oversized. So you don't have tight armholes here that you would have with t-shirts and such. When you see a knit pattern that has negative ease or zero ease and slim fitting sleeves and such, don't do that in a woven. It's just not going to work. But with this one, where there's plenty of ease, it's a drop shoulder, the arms are going to be comfortable, all of this area. You could use a woven for the main pieces, you know, the front, the back, the sleeves, but then the neck bands and the cuffs, the hemband, that needs to be in the knit fabric. So you need to mix woven and knit. I think that is super fun. There's not many types of styles where you could do that. This project is perfect for it. You know, for your neck bands, you need to have at least 10% lycra or spandex or elastane in the composition. And this is for any of the fabrics that I mentioned, any or the other knit fabrics. So the main fabric might work, but you might need to combine knit fabrics as well so that this doesn't gape and doesn't end up stretching out. Definitely, if you want to make this in a woven, go ahead, do your woven, but keep the neckband, the cuffs, and the hemband with the knit. Let me show you the fabrics that I've chosen and why. This is my main fabric. I got it on amazon.co.uk. 50% wool, 50% polyester. It's got a herringbone weave. I think this is going to be a nice little neutral that can go with my colorful things. Surprisingly, it's not itchy at all. I can totally tolerate it on my arms. So I could possibly wear just a t-shirt underneath or a tank without needing to line it. So it just depends. Every fabric is different. I've sewn this exact same blend in other fabrics where it's been extremely itchy, not in this case, and it's a medium weight. It's not very thick at all. If you would want to make a coat out of this, it would be a light coat. So this is going to be perfect. And then I'm going to blend it with this denim look cotton lycra. You can see the denim look there. It's grayish. It's very nice, structured, stretchy. It's got 10% spandex, 90% cotton, and I think it's going to look cool. I love this because it looks like denim. So even though it's a knit, it won't be that evident that it's a knit. And they're both gray. I think it's going to be cool. You need a little bit of tricot knit interfacing, which is the type that stretches a little bit, because you're going to interface this band here partially where the buttonholes and buttons are going to be. And you need biggish buttons. They're meant to be, you know, a statement. So I'm not talking about tiny buttons. I'm talking about an inch or even larger if you want to. About 3 to 8. It just depends on the length that you're doing. The sizing goes from 4 to 30 Australian. That is a 58 3/4 inch hip circumference for the largest size. This is described as oversized, so you know there's going to be plenty of ease here, so don't be concerned about this fitting tight. My measurements put me in a size 16 right now. Could be 14, 16, I'm sort of on the cusp there. So I've just decided to make a size 14. I think I'm going to be absolutely fine. I would not size down more than one size. If you prefer less ease, I wouldn't size down 2 sizes. You know, I wouldn't size up, definitely. So I think if you're sort of in between the 2 sizes, it's okay to go to the smaller size, and that's what I've decided to do. I'm going to add some length to the sleeves, and I want the regular hip length. I'm making mine 2 inches longer just because I'm a little bit taller. So very easy length adjustments here, and it should be all sweet. Now, because I'm adding the 2 inches to the middle length right there, I'm also adding that to the band that goes here, because if you change one piece, you got to change the other, or else things might not fit. For the sewing, I made a slight change here because this is designed for knit fabrics. It has a 1/4 inch seam allowance, which means you can just sew it directly on the serger without needing to trim anything away. Perfect, that is absolutely fine, but that's not how I'm going to sew it if it's a woven. For a woven, I would not use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I think it's too small. Some wovens are not tightly weaved and you could end up with holes down the line. I think the smaller seam allowance that you could use with a woven like this for like side seams and things is 3/8. So I went around all the pieces and just drew in an extra 1/8 of an inch all the way around. You know, a 1/4 plus an 1/8 is 3/8. So I'm going to sew all my seams with 3/8 seam allowance. I'm going to press them open, side seams, shoulder seams, the sleeve seam. You know, that's just being really accurate with it because it is oversized. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it would make such a huge difference. This is the neckband piece. This is on the fold here, and right here there are marks to match the shoulders, and then all of this part is going to be the V neckline. So there's a little mark right there and a little mark right there. From that mark upwards, we don't need to interface. This is actually shorter than the pattern piece so that it stays close to the neck and it doesn't gape. But then from here onwards, it's going to be straight down. Doesn't need to stretch, and it's going to have buttonholes. Now, whenever I've done this before, I like to interface the whole band. I don't like interfacing half or just sections of it, just personal preference. So I marked this. I cut a piece that's a little larger, marked the little reference where I wanted the interfacing to start, and I have it here on both sides. Cotton lycra, if you fuse anything on it, it's going to shrink like no tomorrow. So that's why I like this method. You see I cut it big everywhere. So now it's going to have the correct size. It's not going to be shorter or smaller than your pattern piece. These are the pattern pieces for the Grab a Cuppa Cardigan from Pattern Emporium. I'm going rogue and using a woven for my main pieces. So here are my main pieces, the front here. This is the V neckline, drop shoulder right here. You can barely see the armhole, but it's there. And then it's sort of straightish here. Here is the back, that one's on the fold. The sleeve is nice and wide. This is all going to be gathered onto the cuff right here. This is the hemband. This is the neckband. This is the area that I showed you was interfaced. That starts from this little mark there all the way down. Remember, there's a hemband here. That's why this looks longer than this piece. And it should be pretty easy to put together. Something that I wouldn't do if this was a knit is stay stitch. I would never stay stitch a knit neckline, but because this is woven and this is slanted on the front, I will. So right on the edge from the shoulder into the center on the front neckline. I'm going to repeat that with the other front, and then the back, I'm going to sew it from the shoulder into the center, flip, and then from the shoulder into the center. This wool is not very tightly woven, so the risk of stretching out is quite a bit, so I'm not going to risk it, and I'm just going to stay stitch. I'm going to serge all the edges, sides, shoulders, the sleeve seams, everything, because I'm going to be using my sewing machine here. After serging the edges, I've put my front pieces on top here. I've aligned at the shoulder seams and the sides, and that's the way I'm going to sew it. Pretty straight seams, easy peasy. I'm going to be pressing them open, so I'm going to do that off camera. Another seam I've already done is the seam of the sleeves. This is the cap right there. It's quite flat to match the shape of that armhole. So that's already. I'm going to do a gathering stitch there and then attach the cuff. I'm going to have the sleeves separate, and I'm going to set them in on the round just because I prefer that, but you can do it on the flat as well. So I'm going to get the basic things done, and then we'll be back for this neckband. Meanwhile, I've done the main seams. I've sewn the hemband, which goes right up to the edge. There are marks that match the side, and then you have to stretch it slightly to match. Very easy. Here are my sleeves already in. I have done the patch pockets as well and put them on there. That was very, very easy. This is the neckband. I folded it lengthwise, wrong sides together. I gave it a light press, not too much so I don't stretch it out, just to mark it a little bit. And on the bottoms, all I did was sew the raw edges and flip it. So I used 1/4 inch and then flipped it, and that's how we have the bottom of the neckband finished. So remember, we had marks for the shoulders, for the front neckline. We're going to match it all up. Here I've got the neckband pinned, right sides together to the neckline. I matched up all my reference points. Here on the back, the band is shorter. It's supposed to be so that you don't end up with any gaping, and this sits close to your neck. And it's still a little bit shorter until we get to this little V. That little mark marks where this is interfaced down here, and from here down it's 1 to 1. So it reaches the very bottom, and I'm going to sew it first on the serger just because it's easier, and then I'm also going to sew it with the sewing machine because I don't want to just leave the serger on the wool. It's very loosely woven. It could start unraveling on the inside and just end up with a hole. Let me show you my sneaky woven mixed knit version. This is how it turned out. I love how it turned out. So nice. It's going to be much more than a cardigan because of the woven fabric. I tried it on and figured out where I wanted my patch pockets to go. They're super easy. The fold here is pretty deep, so I didn't top stitch it down. I just left it loose. It's just cleaner that way. And there is the hemband. You had to stretch it slightly to match. There were reference points for that. I pressed all the seam allowance up. Seam allowance of the neckband goes in towards the body of the jacket. And I did top stitch it down with 1/4 inch presser foot to keep it really nice and flat. This was super fun to sew. I did a double row of gathering stitches to help it gather into the cuff here. And it's basically it. All my seams are pressed open like that. Very neatly, and it was a delight to sew. Very quick satisfaction, happiness in my recently tidied up sewing space. Now I have buttons pending. I ran out of steam. I will put them in. This area is super stable with interfacing, so it would be no drama to do the buttonholes. So that will come later on. But you're going to see it on fine without the buttons. You're going to see the ease and how it's possible to do it in a woven if you want to. I didn't beat the sunset, so I'm inside with my Grab a Cuppa Cardigan. Rogue with the woven fabric. This is a wool poly blend, surprisingly soft, not itchy. No need to line this one. And I failed on the styling. It's really late. I'm jet lagged. So yeah, I just want you to see how it looks like on. This is a skirt I've been wearing all day. It's got shorts and a little skirt, mini skirt. Yeah, I think it looks cute. So check it out. Herringbone weave. It's really, really nice. It's gray. And then there's a drop shoulder with the cuffs right here gathered into there. Very easy. My sleeve is an inch longer. I've got the size 14 and you can see I've got plenty of ease. If this was to be overlapped, I'm still very comfortable right here. Very nice. I like that these are similar. I didn't want there to be high contrast. You can see I've top stitched the neckband down. This area is a little bit shorter. It lies close to your chest. It's not going to gape. Little patch pockets. Remember, you're just going to have them in the regular length and the longer version. There is an even cropped shorter version, which is a little more tapered in. That one doesn't have the patch pockets. Very nice. I'm happy that the hem is even right here, front and back, which is something I always want. Hemband brings it in a little closer to the body because it's a little bit shorter, but not too much. And I think it turned out amazing. I ran out of steam to put in the buttonholes and the buttons, but I will surely do that. I think 4 buttons, 3 or 4. And I think I'm going to put some right here as well for decoration. Super nice. I have extra left over to make a little skirt to go with it someday. I'm excited about that. So yeah, I love my Rogue Grab a Cuppa Cardigan in a woven. It's great. You can make it in a knit. It would be amazing. But this has got the style and the ease to make it possible to go even further with a bunch of woven stuff. So love how it turned out. My first sew back home in my sewing room. I feel so happy. Love how this turned out. It's going to be an amazing little topper. It looks amazing in woven and knit. I'm very happy with my fabric choice. Don't forget to check it out. 50% off, great value. All the information in the comments section. And that's it from me. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you back soon over here at Lifting Pins and Needles with more fun sewing content from Brazil now. Bye.